Houston. It was off to a rocky start. Yesterday I had a shaving accident and I needed 2 stitches in my armpit. Not an ideal spot to need stitches right before a triathlon where I'll be using a lot of arm movement. But hey, it's only the first obstacle of race day weekend. Then our train was canceled, leaving Philly into Baltimore. We had the audible drive 2 hours in, get in at 12 a.m., and then we slept for 4 hours before our flight. But we're finally here. We made it to Houston. We're picking up the car now. Obviously, we gotta get a truck while we're down here in Texas. So that's it. This is the first stop. We're gonna head down to Galveston, maybe make a stop or 2 on the way down there for a little secret surprise. If you know, you know. If you've been following the journey, you'll know where we're gonna end up because we're in Texas. So stay tuned for the rest of the video to see the start of Ironman 70.3 Texas weekend.
I want to do it standing up. Probably hottest shit, ghost pepper. Yeah, I don't. Rice Krispie treats.
I knew you were gonna grab that. That's gonna eat alive. What is a Parson road trip without stopping at Buc-ee's? Come on. All right, now we gotta get it in the car. It's off.
Oh my gosh.
We got the ocean front view and a balcony.
Let's see.
Yeah, I can get back out here.
Oh shit. Look at that. Look at that. That would be crazy to swim in.
There's all the clothes
Zach just texted me. Biking in the rain sucks. Alright, thanks. It's crazy, after 18 weeks of prep, we're finally here, and I'm looking at the final goal. 18 hard weeks of prep, training, all for this moment right here. It'll all be built up.
Anything? Would you like to take anything?
Oh, good, yeah.
I was told. Next to each other, transition.
Turn it around,
We're gonna be next to each other on the bike, and then the run. It's a race. So now we'll know where each other are at. Let's see if whoever wanted to swim. I'll see you later.
So make sure you bring that timing chip with you on race day blowing, looking at those times. And then on the run course, there's probably about bike tech on Sunset. There's no pros here. Well, actually, there are 2,300 of you in the race.
45-minute bike ride along the route. It's super windy, the ocean's behind us, you can see how rough it is, maybe from the video. We're gonna test out part of the ride. This is what the wind's gonna feel like, 20 plus mile an hours, up to 36 to 40 mile an hour gusts. I hope you can hear me now, but this is what the bike's gonna feel like on Sunday. What do you think of the wind?
Yeah, almost blew me off at one point.
Just got back from our little 45-minute, 15-mile practice ride. As I was out there, my handlebar kept shifting, so it was not screwed on tight enough. So it's a good thing that I went on that ride and I was able to see that. This is the end of day one. It's 8:30 at night. We're about to get into bed and catch up on sleep that we didn't get last night. It's cool to be surrounded by all these people, all shapes and sizes, all ages, that we're all out here doing this crazy thing together. Slade and I went for a quick 45-minute, 15-mile bike ride along the seawall. It's the main road where the bike's at. Today basically simulated race day conditions in terms of wind. On our ride, it was 20 mile an hour winds with gusts up to 36 miles an hour. So in terms of wind, it was the perfect simulation for what race day is going to be, and it was windy. I've never ridden in sustained winds that high. Slade hasn't either, so it's definitely something to think about and plan for race day, but I'm glad we did it because now we're prepared for it. So this is the end of day one. We also just had dinner at Mario's down the street, good Italian food. But this is the end of day one. We're gonna sleep good, rest up, totally relax tomorrow. Then we gotta drop the bikes off some point in the afternoon, and then Sunday, race day. So we'll see you tomorrow and give you the update for what's going on with the weather. Big storms coming in tomorrow, so we'll see what we end up doing.
right now, you think?
I don't know. But there's a rip in it. Whatever, not a full rip. But a little rip in it, nonetheless. First open water swim for both of us. It should be interesting. Also, just rip the wetsuit a little bit. So that's always fantastic. I just hope.
Dude, you gotta. Dude, yours is a fucking second skin.
No, you're not.
That was so much harder
Really?
than I thought. One, I think the wetsuit is like way too tight.
You
I
think?
can't tell my arms are super tight.
Mine's loose and yours is
It's also like I can't get the heart rate under control. And the breathing is like the constant flavor of the bay in my mouth.
different.
Like I just feel it so tight in my arm. So that's that. The water feels great.
Good, like swimming line. You can't see, so
So harder?
Yeah.
you don't know where you're going, so
Yeah.
it's like you have no good rhythm because like you don't know. Like at one point I saw you like going right into the rocks. I'm like, yo, the rocks.
I heard you say that, and then you started swimming.
Yeah, then I started going to the rocks.
I know. Like,
So I cut on a show.
So yeah, it's. Once I get through the bike, I'm good. How's it feel? How's it feel?
I'm glad you guys came and voted.
Interesting experience. Yeah, so I did not want to have to do that yesterday or tomorrow.
Prepping for tomorrow morning, extra coffee so we have it ready to drink, get the bowels moving, the stomach ready, and get caffeinated before the early start to the morning. Game day essentials. This is what we got the race belt for. Put the bib number on it, super easy. we got a dilemma here. What? I was going to check the bike and the Di2 battery completely died. So it's a good thing that I checked because I wanted to make sure the gearing was all good, and the red light came on, completely dead. So in the meantime, we got about an hour and a half to figure out how we're bringing the rest of our gear tomorrow, and then we got to drop the bikes off to bike drop off by today, 5 p.m.
It's still early enough where we could drive back and go get stuff if you need.
Down there, and we just run all the way down to B, which is the third aisle, and then we're all the way on the left side. So it should be pretty simple to find our bikes after the swim. Now we're just gonna practice. We're gonna walk down to the swim exit, visualize where our bikes are at, and just try to lock that into memory. I also want to walk down some of the bike lanes, just check out some of these bikes. They are absolutely sick. Top of the line, best of the best bikes. And then you also have people riding a regular road bike. So you have all sorts of bikes here, but it is very TT bike, tri bike heavy. Here's all of my stuff laid out for tomorrow, all of my gels. The plan on the bike is to eat every 20 to 30 minutes. So depending on that, it's either gonna be 2 or 3 gels per hour. I have 2 extra, so in between the swim and the bike, and in between the bike and the run, 1 tri-suit swim cap. We have our tracker number, my race belt with the bib, hat, Garmin heart rate monitor for the bike and the run, Roka glasses, my Garmin computer. I'll be running with this. I have extra elements stored in this little pocket. So instead of using the electrolytes on course, I'm used to elements, so never do anything for the first time on race day. So I have my element in here. I'll get water, element, get back on the course. Go bars, I'm either gonna decide to eat these or a gel in between those transitions. It'll depend how I feel. I have extra element and go bars in this transition bag, just in case I drop, I lose, something happens. 2 pair of socks, 1 to wear on the run, and for the bike, in case they get too wet, I may just wear the same pair. I may have a pair for each. Helmet, obviously, cycling shoes, running shoes. So this is everything I have. I have a bag here of all my bottles. I have 4 bottles for the bike, and I have 2 extra bottles. 1 extra bottle is gonna be what I drink before I even get to the bike transition in the morning, just to make sure I have all the electrolytes in me. And then I have an extra bottle of electrolytes and carbs that I'll consume for each transition. So right after I get out of the swim, before I get on the bike, I'll drink some of that, just to get me going, and then same thing when I get back from the bike before I start the run, little swig of that, have it ready, and then I'm gonna have a plain bottle of water where I can squirt that on my face, get all the bay water off of me, and get ready to go. Also, in this bag is basically winter gear. The race tomorrow is supposed to be 20-mile-an-hour winds with 35-mile-an-hour gusts. The temperature is gonna be in the low 40s. That's the feel like temperature. So we're gonna be wet, it's gonna be windy, and it's gonna be cold. So on top of the tri-suit, I have a winter jacket and gloves that I'm gonna wear. I also have toe covers for the cycling shoes. So I'm gonna try to stay as warm as possible and as comfortable as I can on the bike while being able to still use my hands effectively in order to grab fuel and basically press my buttons to change gears. So this is everything that's going with me tomorrow morning for race day. If you would have asked me yesterday how I felt, I would have told you I felt nothing. I felt like I'd put in all the work, 18 weeks of hard work, all for one day. Now I just have to finish the journey, get across that line. But today, after our morning open water swim, I feel a little bit more nervous, scared, at least for that part of the race. I'm still confident in the bike despite the weather, and the run, I know I'll either run and walk through the finish, so that's gonna happen. It's just what's gonna happen with the swim, and that's my biggest concern for the day. Granted, it's the shortest part of the day, but it's the first, and it's the scariest, honestly, not being able to see the water below you where you're going. It's all new considering I've been in the pool the entire time. So going into tomorrow, the most nervous, anxious for the swim, but once I get out of that swim, assuming everything else goes according to plan, I know it'll all work out.
Full range of emotions, excited, nerve-wracking, but determined to put together all the hard work from the past 4 months or so, especially the past day, testing in all the elements, from the wind, from not having much outdoor riding experience to getting an exposure to the race day feel, just hoping that the preparation will pay off. But at the end of the day, I've proven and I know I can do hard things, so this is just the next hard thing. It'll be very hard, but just I know the mental fortitude and physically I'm capable. Is just about putting it all together in the moment.
You excited?
Of course I'm excited. You work hard. You set this goal many months ago. I gave myself the December 1st deadline to sign up for this race, and that's really when it started. December 1st until now. So of course I'm excited to be here. It's the culmination of all the hard work, all of the training that I did and didn't want to do at the time. But now we're here. We saw there's gonna be 2,000 other people competing with us. We sat at Chipotle today with guys who look like they're in their 60s or 70s who are doing this race. So it's unbelievable the variation of types of people who are doing this race. And it's not any easier because they're in their 70s than it is for me. You think I'm young, I'm in shape, I can do it. But we saw this morning with that swim just how it can mentally affect you doing something for the first time. And really this whole thing is doing something for the first time. So I'm excited, but it's also scary. I'm nervous, anxious, but I know once I get across that finish line, it's going to be one of the best feelings.
What does it mean to you that your brother is also doing this with you?
Like I wrote in a Instagram post the other day, some call it training, we call it brotherly bonding, and that's what it's been. He came into this with a running background, I came into this with a cycling background. Neither of us had ever swam like this, so it's been a learning journey for both of us. We both had to figure out how to swim, and we're still going to figure it out tomorrow and just float our way till the finish. The bike, I helped him a lot there, and run, I was always bouncing off on him. So it means a lot that not only do I have the support of my brother and my family, but I get to compete with my brother. So it's a lot better for the family too when they can come and support the both of us versus all of us going down to Austin just to watch sled race. So from a family perspective, it's great, but also from a brother perspective, there's no other person you'd rather compete with than your brother. Some people have their friends and that's incredible, but to have your blood out there, your brother, and we'll be starting together, who knows where we'll be finishing, but at the end of the day, where you did this together, you know, many months ago, 18 weeks ago, and we're gonna finish it together tomorrow.
Even though we've been training not together in different cities for the most part, just to know that we've been struggling in the same way with the same goal in mind, and always had the support from, especially in like the bike situation when he was more advanced than me. So having that security blanket and will be a story for the rest of our lives, individually and for the both of us as well. So don't think many people could say that have done this as well.
What do you think about your support crew?
Oh, I got the Ironman support crew. Everyone got their Ironman official support crew merchandise at the Ironman Village yesterday. So everyone's gonna be decked out in their t-shirts, their official Ironman support crew t-shirts, and it's just a great way that you guys get to feel involved and be involved, other than coming, holding our big 2 foot large heads and filming, taking pictures, and just being there to cheer us on.
What's it meant to have your support crew with you?
Yeah, it means the world. Just fortunate to have such great parents and family and extended family members just that understand the struggle that we go through. I mean, we willingly signed up for all this, but it doesn't make it easy. Takes a certain type of person to hit, 2 days every day for months. So having people to understand and help contribute, whether financially or emotionally, to achieve that goal means the world. Yeah.
What has surprised you the most about yourself throughout this process?
I think the thing that surprised me the most about this process is really just how far and hard you can push yourself. I basically sat in the car for an extra 10 minutes every single time before the swim because I physically and mentally did not want to go into the pool. But once you go to the pool and you get in and you do the swim, you always come out happy that you did that swim. And sometimes you end up doing more than you planned and anticipated that swim session. Even on the bike, you do some of these hard bike rides that you couldn't have done months ago or a year ago, and you're doing some of the hardest bike rides, Zwift rides when I was on the indoor trainer, and then for the past few weeks when I've been outside, I'm hitting PRs after PRs, whether it's power PRs, whether it's speed PRs, on rides that I've been doing for 2 years now. So just the fact that you can really push yourself harder than you think you can is the most surprising, and I'm hoping that I can push myself very hard tomorrow to finish this race, but also to finish this strong.
I know tomorrow is the big day. What do you think's next on the agenda?
Well, I would like to come out of this in one piece in the first place. Finish the race, of course. Not too concerned with the timing. Just finish, cross that finish line. Whatever happens, happens. The past 2 days, I don't know why I thought it would be easier, but being here with the open water swim and then the wind bike ride definitely opened up the nerves a tiny bit more, a little more than a tiny bit more, but at the end of the day, I'm capable of doing very hard things, whether it's a marathon or just knowing I can do it, and who knows, maybe I'll just stop and become fat. No, definitely not that.
What do you think the hardest part of tomorrow will be?
I mean, the hardest part would be, I'm not sure it's really physical at this point, is just not letting yourself quit and not quitting on yourself. You put in the work, hours, days, weeks, months. Swam 3 days a week for a while, so I know I can swim that distance. It's in the water, no break, like point A to point B. Get to that point, and then I've biked 56 miles before under these conditions, no. So that's a whole different challenge. Running, least of my concern out of those three. Not saying running a half marathon is easy by any means, but that's my safe spot. So once I know I'm off that bike, all roads lead to Rome. So take me home on my feet.